What's going on, guys? We're back here again working on the 240, and of course, if you're paying attention, you'll know I'll be turbocharging this car in the very near future. And like, of course, turbocharging it, I'm gonna have to put a few more things in it, as in I'm gonna do some little sensors for the wideband, oil pressure, oil temp, that sort of stuff, and of course, boost, everyone's favorite one. And I mean, it looks like I'm gonna be making a little switch panel, gauge panel thing, right in the center of the car, like where the radio climate control thing is. And of course, like none of the sensors will like work yet because I haven't hooked anything up. I haven't hooked up any of the wiring for them. But today we're just gonna be like making the stuff that's gonna be holding all the gauges, because I'm just kind of like really excited about doing that. It's just like, even if it doesn't work and it's just in there and it's like the most rice thing in the entire world, it's gonna be like so sick. And just like inside and just like got these switches that like don't do anything, and you got these gauges that aren't hooked up to anything, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's so race car. So we're gonna get started on that right now. So what we got here is a nice little piece of metal that I got from Lowe's or Home Depot. Oh, that's a fun noise. I got this from like Lowe's or Home Depot, can't really remember. And this is what we're gonna be making our new like center garnish out of. That's gonna be holding our gauges and our switches that are gonna be going into the car. So right now it pretty much looks like what the plan will be. I don't want to give up my radio just yet, because it's like it still works. Like I have like 4 speakers, and it's like I don't really use it that much, but it's like I want to just have it. And there's no reason not to have it. Like if I really needed to take it out, I would. But it's like I don't know, all the combined speakers in this little like head unit is maybe like, I don't know, 5 or 10 pounds. It's not like I'm gonna be saving a significant amount of weight by taking it out. It's like I just kind of like want it. And it's like I can always take it out later. So for like, because this is where the little panel's gonna go with our gauges and stuff. Of course, I already have a water temp here, and it's a little like thing that's supposed to be a kill switch for your car, but like honestly, all it is a kill switch for the underglow, because like when people take the controller from it, it's super annoying. So I just turn this thing off and take the key, and then they can't make the underglow work, which kind of sounds stupid, but it's also like it really works, so that's fun. So yeah, we're gonna be pulling the climate control out, because like that I'm past the climate control. I don't need that. It doesn't work. I could probably make it work, but it's like, this is a race car. I don't use it in the winter. The AC is never gonna work. Doesn't have any of the AC stuff. So we're just gonna pull this thing out. We're gonna leave the heater core in for now, because I don't really want to take it out yet. Another point I probably will if I like have the time to do it. Eventually I'm gonna do it, but it's like for now there's no reason to do it. We're just gonna pull this thing out and like see what we can disconnect on the back of it, because I'm not exactly 100% sure what it looks like. I'm willing to give up this cubby, so I think what I'm gonna do, since it's like this is so well mounted, we're just gonna pull this bolt off and like just remove the cubby, and just like, because there's like a little metal bracket here that holds the radio. We're just gonna put the radio where the cubby is, and then we're gonna have all of this room from here to here to work with our piece of metal to put our little gauge holder, as well as like switch panel, which should be a good amount of room, and we should be able to get some work done. Okay, so we have the climate control piece out, which is very nice. So now we're just gonna move like the little radio thing. Like it's just in this little, oh, there's just stuff in there. There's this little bracket here. We can like put the radio where the like little cubby hole is, and we're just gonna do that, and then we're gonna go ahead and remove the cubby hole. Oh yeah. Okay. The idea is the radio will be down here. Then we'll have all this room to put gauges and like switches and stuff, which should be very nice for, of course, our interior appeal, as well as like making the car work once we got some more stuff to switch on and off. So my thought process is pretty much I can do 3 gauges wide in this amount of area. Like I don't want the gauges here. I want the gauges to be like up here. And I have every single gauge here that I'm gonna put in the car for now. This is water temp, oil pressure, oil temp, and then boost. And the only gauge I haven't gotten yet is the AFR gauge. So I need to have 5 gauges. And I think my idea is I'm going to do a row of 3 gauges right here. I think I'm going to put water temp here and oil temp there. I'm going to get rid of this switch, and if I want to put it somewhere else, I will. And then I'll be able to have a row of just 3 gauges right here. So when I have a total of 5 gauges, I'll just have 1 row of gauges. Then below that, I'll be able to put my switches. And then we'll also be able to put our little cutoff thing down there if we want to. I'm going to bolt these brackets back up to the actual whatever this whatever this is called, the radio, so I can bolt the radio back in here, have it solid, and be able to work off of that just for like mocking everything up and shape wise. And there we go. We got our radio mounted down here. And that should be good. Now we can start mocking it up for our gauge holder and switch panel. We'll go 6 inches tall by 10 inches wide. See how I did a little bendy guy right here because it was so far away and the entire thing was just shaking. Yeah, you can see it's a little bit big. Like, that's the idea. It's going to go there and get our radio popping down there. I have something that's the right shape. I have a piece of metal. Trace this onto here and then cut it out. Bang, bang. Because, like, this part over here is kind of just going to be overhang. And we're going to see what we want to do with that later on. Now this thing like resembles the correct shape. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in the car because I know like height-wise it's still not right, but the shape for like the little corner piece should be right. So we got it chopped out, and the shape isn't perfect yet. Like I still need to fix this corner a little bit, and we're gonna trim some off the bottom and the left side here because obviously it's a little bit too long there. I'm gonna kind of have it come in line, but as for this bottom part, it's definitely a little bit too long because like half the radio is being covered up. So we're just going to have to figure out exactly where we want to chop it just to be on top of the radio. Like, it doesn't look like it's that much, like maybe like a half a centimeter on the top. Like, it's not that much, but we'll get that done and then we'll have a nice shape. So this is definitely the right shape. I don't know, I might try and fix this edge so this fits a little more flush, but I actually kind of don't want to mess with it. It's like I feel like once I start trimming this, it's like, because this is not like this is not a perfect right angle right here. Once I start trimming it, it's just gonna start getting farther and farther off, and it's just like it fits and it works. And like if I ever really need to, I guess I can trim it. But it's like for now, like just we're just getting it good. So this is the piece that's gonna be going over it, and like you can kind of see like goes right there. It's like this is gonna be tough for me to do. I'm gonna have to chop this thing down right here, and then it will just like fit flush. I probably could just keep this entire side. Maybe I'll do that. I'll keep this entire side and just chop this metal piece here. So then this like fits around the edge of it. Ooh, that'd be nice. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I think I'm gonna, there's like a little lip right here, and like I'm gonna have to cut that. I think right here I'm gonna cut this lip out on the inside so this can sit flush. I'm gonna chop this up here. I think I'm going to just continue this line all the way up so it's just the same. And then I'm going to mark like kind of like down here on the actual piece of metal and chop that. So then this should fit flush over it. And like this is like the idea, but like is it actually going to work? Hopefully. So I'm going to cut this piece of metal here so we can fit this little piece over it. Alright, so this pretty much fits. I don't know how I feel about this here. It doesn't like fit as flush as I thought it would, but I guess I can make it these two like come together better. But I mean I'm happy with this. I think it will be pretty cool once we got our gauges here and our switches right there. So yeah, like it's nice. It's just like I don't know, I can't get everything. Oh goodness gracious! I just need to somehow fasten it up here because it's kind of just like being held up with happiness right now, which isn't the best. So I have 5 of these little switches, and they're actually like so sick. Like flip it up, and then you're just like, it's like, bam, on, and you close it, and then you can't accidentally turn it off. So that's kind of important stuff I got going on in this car. So we're gonna mount those right there, I think, and we'll go for our gauges up. No, that's not a gauge. Then we're gonna mount our 3 gauges. Bam, bam, bam. We're probably gonna pull this thing out. Get ready. We're gonna mount our boost gauge here, oil pressure here, and I think I'm gonna do oil temp right there. So I got the temp of the oil there and the temp of the water right there. And then I think we'll do our AFR gauge here eventually when we get it for the turbo stuff. And of course, we switch down here and we're ready to go. So I just got back from picking up a hole saw. Like, I think I got a 2-inch one. Like, the gauges are like 52 millimeters, which is like about 2 inches. So we'll just like jam them in. If we have to file some, it will be okay, but we're ready to go. So we're cutting out the holes for the gauges right now. I got a 2-inch hole saw, which is a little bit small, but it'll work if I can figure out how to. All right, there we go. All right, we're drilling. Alright, so probably should bolt it just like to get it in a vise or something. That was a unique experience. Let's see if a gauge fits in it. It's a little bit warm still. I mean, it's gonna go in here. Look at that. Isn't it just a peach? I think I went through the label on the other side of it, so there's like a paper in it, but like, we're gonna be good. Let's drill out the rest of them. Oh my god. Alright, so we're bending it quite a significant amount.
Wait, let me get a
Oh, it's really hot, so
yeah.
it's moving. Oh, it'll be okay though, because we'll just like hammer. Oh, that's really warm.
And now we return the hole saw.
I can say with certainty that these are not drilled equally spaced apart, just by like, that hole is a little bit bigger than that one, but like, oh man, that's bent a lot. That's funny. So I probably shouldn't have drilled this. I should have just drilled it down and just gone into the table or something, because I completely bent the entire thing right here. It's just like, I was pushing on it with a lot of force, but you live and you learn, so that's cool. So we're gonna just pop some gauges in, because gauges are fun. We got one in boost. I don't think these are going to stay how they are. I'm going to put the oil temp gauge next to the other temp gauge, like so it's on like the little S13 thing in the dashboard, but just for kicks and giggles, we're going to put these in here for now. Because they're not going to be hooked up to anything, so might as well just look sick. There's a lot of just plastic.
Did you cut yourself? Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of blood showing around. Now that we've got our like thing done, I'm still really this crease right here because I put it in the vise and like drilled it. Now we got everything pretty much done here. I'm gonna go ahead and start popping out our holes for our switches, which are right here. I got 5 of these. I got this little red thing on them. It's like on there. It's like race car AF. So gotta slide these things now. I gotta figure out exactly what size we want to drill this hole, but should be fun. So right now I have it marked. I'll make a hole every inch for one of these switches. They go like that, so it'll be one here, 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 here. And the reason I want to do that is because I think I'm going to put the kill switch I have right here. Right now it's right here, and I have it just hooked up to the underglow so I can take it out when someone's messing with the controller because it's like wireless. And if I don't want them messing with it, I just take that out and then they can't use the underglow. But I think I might actually hook it up to the ignition because I'd like to have a kill switch in it. It would just look cool. And then of course I'll be taking the oil temp gauge out of here and putting an AFR gauge in for the wideband O2 because of course we're going to be running with our boosted KA. So let's make sure these are like all straight and then start drilling holes. Since the bit on the hole saw is the only one that I have that is like capable of drilling through metal, I'm just going to pop a hole in each one of these where I have the marks and then just take another bigger drill bit that's like just destroyed and like rounded off and just like pop a hole because I'll already have a small hole and I'll be able to jam this thing in there and we'll be able to install our switches. Oh no! That's what I didn't want to happen. I made marks. Oh no. Why didn't I think about this until I did it and then I knew it was going to happen? So yeah, this is just like shredding the metal and just bending it in all sorts of ways. So I'm just going to keep going with it because at this point it's like... Alright, so I got the switch panel in and I really messed it up. Like, not really happy with how it turned out at all. Like, I mean, I guess the idea of it is good and I learned exactly like what to do next time. Like, you can take a look at it. I feel like the idea of it is cool, but it's like I don't know, these are like I didn't even, these aren't like even straight, like this one's like a lot higher than that one, and like they're definitely too close together. Like I wanted to put this thing here, but it's like I feel like these are just too close together, and it's like, and this is not even attached like the car. It's like they're too close, and it's like they're like nothing's like right. And it's like what the heck? There's all different angles because like so the holes are like so bent. It's like I know the idea of it is good, and it's just like I mean I guess it will probably work. It's like it doesn't even have to do anything right now. It's just like here to be here and like look sick. But like I definitely want to make another one, and I think I can do the next one a lot better because like I know how to do it, and I know what not to do. I know like what I want to do now, and like I have a lot more metal. It's like I'll probably end up making another one. For now, like since it doesn't actually even do anything right now, like it's here to like look cool until I hook up all my turbo stuff, and then like I'm gonna add all these actual things and sensors so they actually would work in here. But I mean, so yeah, that's the switch panel gauge holder. And like I mean, I guess I'm happy with it. Like it looks pretty cool. Like if you just look in the window at it, like if you just were looking right here and you're just like peeking in the window, you're like, oh dude, sick car, man. Like, oh dude, that must be a sick race car. But then of course you'd also learn that, like none of them are hooked up to anything. They don't actually work. But like the idea of it's pretty cool, and eventually they will work once we actually hook the stuff up. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, you'll be able to see the future boost that actually makes these gauges start to work, as well as other sensors and all that fun stuff, and the drifting, just everything. So make sure to subscribe. Back here, like that looks pretty cool. You're like, man, it's a race car. But then it's like, oh man, goodness gracious. It's like, oh, race car, yeah.